What is going on, everyone? So, as promised by my YouTube short that I made probably 2 days ago, this is the Neca Predator 2 action figure, and that's obviously not the entire name, but I can't fathom the full name right now. I'm pretty sure this is the ultimate version due to the accessories, but I could be wrong. So I know that the Neca Predator line has been out almost my entire life, and they've made and remade several figures over and over again, so I'm not entirely sure which version this is. I know it's the newest, but I'm not too familiar with the line. So if you don't know anything about these, you should really go watch some other videos or look online. They are a 7-inch line. That's basically all Neca does. And just so everyone knows, my connection with Neca is basically slim. The only other figure I've had from them that I can remember is also a Predator, being the Bad Blood that I believe is from comics. I had the figure when I was probably 10 years old, so like 8 years ago now. I can't remember exactly, but as you're seeing here, this is not the Bad Blood figure. This is the City Hunter from the second Predator movie. And here is the artwork on the front of the box, which barely fits in frame, and I had to move everything just so it would fit in frame. So here's the side of the box. Of course, you can see the Neca branding at the bottom, the back of the box showing the figure, the bio, which you can read, the accessories, some just general cool toy photography here, and then the same thing on the other side of the box, and of course the opening window of not only another shot of the figure, but everything inside. So, like I said, I had the Bad Blood Predator, that being the Predator that hunted other predators. It's the only thing I remember about him. He had a Yautja skull on his shoulder as armor, I believe. I broke that, lost it, can't remember, years ago, so I'm not too sure what to expect here. I do know that this figure is almost the same as far as like how to be posing him, to be careful, things like that, because Neca products, I'm not really going to say they're breakable because I don't really have too much of a connection with them, except for the fact that I played with my last figure a lot whenever these are rated for teens and adults, and I definitely was not of age rating. So if you don't want it torn up, be careful with it. So this looks awesome just in the box. If you're an in the box collector, you can see every accessory it comes with: extra hands, plasma caster, extra head unmasked. You can see the battle damage on his helmet, his biomask. You can see the weapon that killed him. You can see the staff, blast effect there, which is what makes me believe this is the ultimate version. You can see skulls, which I believe most of the Predator figures come with. Of course, his alternate hands. And the story of why I received this, it seems to be the thing this year for Christmas. Everyone is getting these, and I've seen a lot of people who got this specific one for Christmas, probably because it's the main one you can find at Target, which is what my brother did for me. So Christmas shopping, he knew that I liked figures and knew that I enjoyed figure photography when I do go outside once in 1,000 years. And he wanted to get me one that came with a lot of accessories so I could make different scenes, things like that. So he picked this one out of whatever else he found. I believe he said he saw some AVP figures, basically what you always see at Target. And apparently he basically threw the entire toy wall at Target like all over the place. So that was an interesting story, but let's get this guy open so I can actually show you the product inside. Okay, so now that he's out of the box, and what a struggle that was, and I kind of appreciate that it was difficult to get him out of the box, because that meant he was very secure in packaging. Except mine's broken. So as I said, be careful with it, and I'm actually 99% sure it's not my fault, but I actually just don't know for sure. Because it was such a pain, I wasn't really paying attention to his breakable parts. You can't tell on camera, but his favorite weapon is broken and to the side right now. So his wrist blade is snapped, and yeah, I'm just gonna super glue it if it doesn't fall completely off. But yeah, so hopefully when you get yours isn't broken. I'm pretty sure that's how it was out of the box, but I also didn't look at the wrist blades until I had them completely outside the box. So I may have bumped it, but I don't think that was my fault. But yeah. Anyways, so real quick, I technically lied to you guys about my experience with Neca, because I keep forgetting, since I don't know where it is right now. It's either in the garage or it's in my storage building. One of those two places. I actually own the Predator's first worst enemy, except it's not Dutch, it's actually T2, the T800. I have that figure, so I do have that in my collection as well, which is nice. I used to love playing with that figure and posing the Terminator, but that might be a review for a different day if I decide to review a figure that I had for a long time. If you guys want to see that, let me know. If not, that's cool. So I was taking the backdrop out of the box, and that's what made me think of it, because the Terminator comes with the glass window from when he shot the minigun at the end of the movie. And this comes with a photo of inside the ship from the end of the movie, where it's all foggy and very dark and dim and looks really cool. I like that they give you some sort of backdrop so you can have photos, or just like this, where you could actually just have something more to look at than blank walls. If you know, I appreciate that inside the box, because you could take it out and use it how I'm using it. So this guy looks menacing, and I think that's mostly due to his mask being completely damaged. And I have not watched this movie in a while, so I don't know specifically what scarring he has, why he has that scarring, like what point in the film they took this damage from. I just don't remember. But anyways, like I said, he's a 7-inch figure, and he's not even completely in frame, but he just looks awesome. I wanted to collect, as he falls, these guys for the longest time, but I could not afford them. They're like 40 to something hundred or another dollars, depending on what figure, when it was from, and who it is. And this one, I want to say, is like 40 something, 50, maybe 60. Might have been on sale when my brother bought it for me, but I'm not sure. They usually run like $40 at least. But also, out of the box, I noticed his armor, little clothing pieces that are on strings, which I vaguely remember having problems with on my other figure. It won't sit right, so that's just because it's on strings. So you gotta finesse with that. If you're not used to these, I would suggest being just very patient with it. So there's not much more to say about them. I don't really want to go into articulation too much. I actually want to start maybe changing my review up a little bit and just not do articulation entirely as its own segment. So let me know if you guys are okay with that, or if you want to see full articulation. So he's basically any other Neca Predator. If you've watched anybody else's reviews, which by now you should have, you should know the articulation, so I don't really want to go into it too much. It's basically any other action figure that is made today. He has the same posability. He might be slightly limited due to his armor. He has soft pieces, but they still can rip. The one thing I hate about any Predator figure is the ankles. They tend to buckle a lot. This one's brand new, so he's not doing it at the moment, but I'm sure he will eventually. My Hiya Toys Jungle Hunter, if you watch that review, you know he could not stand at all, and he is currently laying down in the closet shelf because he will not stand, and I hate it, and it's all because his ankles keep buckling. So anyways, the detail on this guy is just awesome. He has lots of blue shading. I want to say from the moonlight is what they were going for, which I quite like. And then his armor is very dulled down, and I want to say it's very accurate to the movie, but of course I haven't seen the movie in a minute, so there's that. I like the armor for the shoulder, and this is one of my favorite Predators. I never read the comics or anything, but from all the movies, this is definitely up there. In design wise, I really enjoy it, and his attitude. I don't remember how old he was supposed to be, or what his experience level was like, but I want to say it was pretty low compared to others, considering he failed his mission as always, but especially because in the spaceship at the end of the movie, it's almost like he was coming of age, and I can't remember the movie exactly, but you know the lore more than I do, I'm sure. So he seems like a teenager, if I remember correctly, or at least early 20s. I don't know how they age. But I liked his attitude. He was kind of like, every time he got in trouble or fell, missed something, also peg for the staff on the back. We will get into accessories in a second. He was kind of pissy about it, and I liked that forget it attitude that I tend to have whenever I fail a lot. I'm just like super angry and just oh well, it is what it is type of thing. And I enjoyed that a lot. The film was great. If you haven't seen it by now, you're probably 12. I think the first time I watched it, I was probably 7. So you should definitely watch it, and then check out some other people's Predator reviews, and hopefully I will receive some more in the future. So I'm going to get into accessories, and then I'll compare them to Action Force, which is my current and seems to be everyone's craze on YouTube. It is my current main line that I'm collecting. Also, yes, this opens, and I'm terrified of breaking it, and I feel like it's going to break because it kind of has like a click in it, and I'm scared. It is painted. The countdown is painted in there as well. That's also really nice, shaded and all that. And there is, see, that's what I wanted to close. There's a piece for that as well. I'm not too sure why, but that is an accessory. Just giving you a better look at the gauntlet here. Anyways, getting into accessories before I make this video way too long and go off track like I always do. Hopefully he does not fall. So, my favorite weapon, and the weapon that fans kind of despise, the weapon that killed this alien, and also some others in films, the disc. I do not know the actual name of. It can fit in his hand. I'm not going to do it because I don't really want to mess with the hand right now. But yes, there are holes for that. It's nicely painted, nicely shaded, if it'll focus properly. And yeah, I really like this weapon. It's probably one of my favorite weapons. And then he comes with alternate hands, so he comes with, I don't even know what this would be used for. Maybe like a slapping hand, like backhanding someone across the entire subway station or something. I'm not too sure there. And then, of course, the weapon holding, very standard hands are very nice and painted to where they look like they're actually like reptilian and wet, and they're very nicely shaded. You can see the skin on the inside there. Yeah, not too much to say about them. That's all the hands. I feel like every Predator figure has to come with this, and I believe this is the head of the this is definitely, I can't think of his name. Oh, you know what I'm saying. A pivotal point in the movie here, and I can't think of it, but it's painted in blood. His whole jawline is red. This is probably his favorite kill of the movie, if I remember correctly. Full spine there. I feel like every one of these figures has to come with at least one version of a skull or spine or this. So next we have the collapsed spear, which is quite nice. There's some gold there. And I like this in case you're low on space like I am, because this is awesome, but it is way too, it's as tall as, it's taller than him. Fully extended. Like, this is me wanting to learn how to write, you know, like where's the ink? Let me dip this. I don't know, there's not too much going on with it. It's painted same kind of detail as it should be. It looks slightly lighter though. Yeah, it's definitely lighter on the extended version. But yes, his biggest accessory, and here is his face, his very, very ugly face. They did this well. You can't really see the eyes too well on camera because of my lighting, but they are there. Of course, I forgot, the mandibles, I believe, is what they're called. It starts with a gnome. Mandibles, whatever. I can't think. I worked overnight and I'm super tired right now and I haven't gone to sleep. But I thought I would go ahead and get this review knocked out for you guys. So, different colored little, I don't know what these things are called on the dreadlocks or predlocks, whatever you want to call them. The little beads, whatever they're actually called. They're all different colors. Of course, these are soft, so you can move it around on the body, and I always appreciate an alternate head, especially on a figure that is this detailed. And yes, so I will show you what this looks like on the figure at some point. But for now, here he is compared to, let me move this stuff out of the way, my Action Force Delta Trooper, as my other figure falls. Let me take him off the stand real quick. My Delta Trooper, who is 6-inch scale, should scale really well. Here he is. So as you know, you can get away with this in figure form because the, 8 feet tall alien compared to the 5'11" human here, they scale well. On camera you can kind of tell better than in real life. In real life, behind camera, he looks like he's a little bit taller, like the Action Force figure's a little bit taller. But anyways, both of these figures are great. I'm currently collecting the hell out of this line. I'm waiting. The bad weather has caused a delay in shipping through UPS, plus Christmas delay and the day after Christmas holiday delay. So it says by Thursday I should get my stuff. My first initial Christmas wave. There's people staring at me outside for some reason. So I bought the Crimson Shadow Weapons tin. I bought another Delta Trooper separate of the first order. I had two separate orders. Second order says it'll be here January something, so probably next week. And then I bought a Desert Rat, I believe, after like a whole year of it being out. I bought the Spec Ops Trooper, two of those. I only got one with my first order, and then I ordered another one since I forgot to order two because I ordered both of the Spec Ops gear packs, the security pack and the normal gear pack. And so those I'll be doing a review on the same way I did a review on this, where I review the figure and the gear pack together. And I also bought a Steel Brigade. I don't know if I bought a regular Steel Brigade, actually. I bought Night Ops Steel Brigades. I know that from BBTS. And those should be shipping after my initial Valverse delivery and before my second one. And I also picked up another figure that I can't think of right now. Maybe Slaughter, I think. Slaughter version 2. Can't remember. From Big Bad Toy Story as well. And so when those show up, I will of course open them all and probably do an unboxing video, and then I'll do a review of everything separately, maybe all together. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And what you guys want to see, let me know. And I can't remember all the figures I got at the moment, but I got a decent amount. I bought what I could. I'm more of a pick and choose collector rather than collecting the whole line. I would like to have at least one of each figure in the Action Force line, but that's just not going to happen. I really wanted a Riot Trooper with a Riot gear pack and maybe a new Riot gear pack. I was kind of hoping that they would reveal, but there's that. So stay tuned for that. I'll stop talking about it. We'll get back to the Predator, but basically tons of more reviews coming, and then hopefully more after that. I'm trying to upload as much as possible, more consistently, and grow however I can if the videos are entertaining enough for you guys. So anyways, that's enough about that. There's not really much I can say about the Predator, so now let's go ahead and pop the head on and maybe put some accessories on him. Okay, so for my final thoughts on this figure, I realized I forgot to mention in the accessory segment, he comes with the blast effect, which I mentioned at the beginning of the video, and somehow failed to mention again because it was in the box after I struggled to get him out of the box. And also, someone remind me, but I do believe this is his plasma caster. Not sure why it has that little tab. The hole at the back I can kind of understand, but just remind me if I'm correct. If I'm wrong, I don't know what this is, so tell me what it is. Also, the other thing, the little wrist accessory here that plugs in for some reason. Yeah, not too sure why. And if this would stay closed, I would have no problems with this figure besides the fact that the wrist blade broke. I tried to get him into one of my favorite poses, which is that sort of crouched, lurking around, looking for something, and then usually he turns really suddenly, but that's like the coolest moments for me in the films. But anyways, if you are a collector who is careful with your figures and really enjoys the franchise, this would be a suggestion that I would make for you to get, except you probably already own this figure. If you are a child who the age suggestion is 17 and up, but if you're a child under like 15, I would suggest not buying this. There are cheaper options. There are the Hiya Toys 3 3/4 inch figures that are a lot cheaper. They're like a third of the price, and they are just as posable. They will be better for playing with, so that way if you break them, it's not as expensive and you won't be as upset. But one quick look at the biomask, all that damage, great detail there. Here's underneath, and he doesn't actually have a ball peg. He has sort of a, like, it's round, but it's not really like an added ball. It doesn't really have like the not really a mushroom, but you know what I mean. It's more of just the neck peg is the head peg and just sort of plugs in. So the head swap wasn't that difficult. Just letting everyone know there. And then one more look at this, and I'm going to go ahead and say, if you like to pose up with G.I. Joe or other figures, military style figures like Action Force, the Predator could be your next photo shoot. And he would scale really well. So I don't know where I'm going to put them because it's going to take up too much space. I don't have any shelves to display figures at the moment. They all sit on my desk, which is why I currently have Blowback sitting here as well. But basically, I'd say pick them up if you like the franchise, if you like NECA figures. There's really no reason not to unless you're just short on funds. But anyways, I'm rambling, so thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, want more videos, of course you can like. You don't have to. You can also dislike for my rambling. And if you want more videos, make suggestions in the comments. Also, I'm currently working on getting better lighting. I have it ordered, and I have another tripod ordered. So maybe in the next video, I'll get better lighting. I'm also looking at getting maybe an Extreme Sets diorama to improve the videos as well. The space is a little limited here, so I don't know which one to get. But I'm thinking an alleyway or subway station would fit really well for all of my figures, because got to think about the figures when I think about what they're going to be standing in. But once again, thanks for watching. Go ahead and comment whatever you would like to say, and what videos you might want to see next, what figures you might want to see on this channel. And as always, I take any feedback and read every comment, so I should see it. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but I will see it eventually, and I will at least leave a heart or a like or a delete, depending on what you post. But lastly, I forgot what I was going to say, so I guess you guys get lucky. Goodbye. And I remembered what I was going to say. So, there is always a PayPal me link in my About section if you want to contribute to more figures, contribute to better lighting, whatever you would like me to do to make these videos better. You don't have to, obviously, but just saying. Also, here's the behind the scenes. This is how I film. I don't really have a big setup here, so let me know what I can do with that. Also, if we can get rid of this disgusting base, and someone could tell me how to, maybe some flooring, something that I could print out or buy, let me know. Or if you want to send it to me, I may or may not allow you to do that as well. Or if you want to sell me something, let me know. Give me an eBay link or something like that. But I promise I will shut up now. Thank you all for watching. If you stayed this far, you are amazing, by the way. I'm going to have to edit this video one more time. I now believe that this is a net gun that is handheld, and I am so sleepy that I cannot remember, and I don't care to look it up. So someone let me know how stupid I am in the comments.